Another episode of the Washed Up Walk-Ons podcast, back again, brought to you by FanDuel this season. Season. Shout out to the best sports book in the game. Got a friend here tonight, Drake Kulick in the house. Hopefully, we have another friend. I don't know if Kevin will show up.
Excuse me, two friends.
No.
Shit. All right, Drake, it's just you. Never mind. All right.
Sorry, buddy. Well, I guess the way I brought that in, Grant, is Drake he's on he does it when he wants to. So there's no expectation from him. And Kevin is, I know you're going to be here, G-Bone. I know. And if you're not, you tell me. And so you're kind of like, when I say we have a friend with us, I meant you and I are here. And then we have Drake.
Okay.
So
I was just a little friend. I thought we all, it's okay. We've only known each other talked on a weekly basis for only 3 years now. We've got, thought we were friends at this point, but
now
okay.
we are.
And now I see where this stands.
We are definitely friends.
I thought it had been longer than 3 years, if I'm being honest.
It's not quite 3, is it?
I've
lived back in Arizona for over 3 years, and Gary and I were doing it when I was in Tennessee.
I started when I was 20. I'm 23 now. And
wasn't it? No, I think you emailed me the Christmas of 22. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I just remember I was like, Drake's first question he asked me was what I was going to do.
Christmas of 21.
But, maybe. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nathan here says almost football gets me through Tuesdays. How about that?
Hey, that's, early reviews have been nice. I appreciate the feedback. It's been referred to as we talked about on Patreon, the perfect podcast to listen to on mute while you sleep. So good. It's good therapy for everyone. But yeah, no, I appreciate the love that it's gotten so far. And, we love the walk-on fans for all the support. So
Drake, if you didn't know, Grant has his own show on the network now. Drake?
It's about the responsive merits.
I don't know where he went.
Drake, can we get a?
He left. He just bounced out. So we could be having connection issues. Hopefully we don't, because we want Drake in here all night. He's back.
Here he is. Drake, can you hear us?
My internet sucks, man.
How is that
now?
Yeah. Don't you have Starlink? What's going on?
Do you have Starlink?
Don't.
Oh, well, you are way out there, so it is what it is. Did you hear that Grant has his own show now?
I did on Tuesdays, and some dude said it's get him through Tuesdays.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. It's got a nice little logo. Actually, just because we can, this is
a podcaster.
He is. This is the logo here. It's just called Almost Football, which is a great show because
it's almost a football show.
It's almost a football show sometimes, most of the time.
And that logo is almost a football.
It is.
That's true. Double pun or a little pun there. So again, I echo Grant. Thank you for supporting anything that we do and trying it out. Again, you don't have to listen, just like you don't have to listen to us. We're glad you're here tonight on Wednesday, October 15th, as we head towards we're starting the back half of the season. Iowa will play Penn State in Kinnick Stadium, night game, with a slightly different vibe than previous Penn State night games in Kinnick. This one adds a little bit of twist to it. There's just a little bit of spice on this one. And that is because, of course, the big news of the college football world, they fired their head coach, James Franklin, who was there for over a decade. Yeah, I was going to ask you, Drake, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on all that?
I hate James Franklin, and I think he's a cuck. So I'm glad it happened.
Okay.
Now, $50 million is a lot of dollars.
So many dollars.
Drake, if someone paid you $50 million for no combat sports for the rest of your life, would you take it?
Wow, what a question.
I can't watch them either.
You get to watch one a year. You get
I wouldn't
take
UFC
the money,
Noche
once a year.
No, I would not take the money.
Or you can watch Kaylee's tournaments as well.
Shout out Kaylee, dude. She got a W. That was freaking awesome.
Shout out to her.
You got to come back on a girl who had beat her before, and she toughed it out big time. Proud of her.
Yeah, man. It's crazy to me. Just knowing Kaylee, it's crazy to me that she's doing jits tournaments, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet though.
It is. Fires me up, and I got to be in her corner, so that was pretty cool.
Ultimate corner man, Drake Kulick. From a let's drop the personal, like, we hate Scuba Frank because he's a cuck. How do you feel about the idea of a coach who is in the
Who is tenured and very successful being fired mid-season like this? It's terrible.
Yeah.
You absolutely can't do it. But that university has done a lot of things that you just absolutely cannot do.
What
And
other
so this
things?
is just another notch, another check mark on the list of things that Pedophile State does that you just shouldn't do.
Like, how many coaches do you think are out there that can reasonably like get them to the expectation that they want, that are available? Like, I don't think Kirby Smart's leaving. I don't think he's going to Penn State. That are reasonably could go there. How many are available? I have a number in my head.
Well, I have an opinion on this, and I don't, like, for me, I don't know if you can guarantee that anybody can get them to.
My number was 0.
Yeah, like boys, I was literally going to bring this up. I was hoping Kevin was going to be here, but Drake's the perfect fill-in. I think these Penn State, that's a new one. Ribeyes all over the place.
Penn State sounds kind of, that's like down at a steakhouse and somewhere in Philadelphia, across the street from Drexel University.
There probably is a Penn Steak somewhere.
That sounds delicious.
They probably have great appetizers and good
take that
bread on the table.
Please.
No, I just don't think that these football programs, these fan bases, I think when you get to this level, you've reached an exit velocity that is not controllable. You can't I don't care if it's Kirby Smart. I don't know if Kirby Smart could go into Penn State and actually win them a national champion. Do people understand how hard it is?
There's only one.
There's only one a year. There's 140 college football teams. Now, granted, you could cross out about half of those or more on actual having a chance, but it's like we get bent up over the KF thing, like, oh, 9 wins, it's not enough. And we've had this conversation, we've just beat this thing into the ground. And I'm on the side of, like, Scuba Frank here. I get it. He didn't win big games, and maybe this is a little bit more nuanced than just the national championship. He did struggle in some big time ranked matchups, but I don't know if you can just.
I think in those big matchups, I think he was favored in, like, they said it was like 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, so
he's like 25 or something like that
to lose, right?
Yeah, but also I will say that we're in, like, defensive, like, I guess the athletic department or whatever going on at Penn State. I haven't seen a team quit harder than Penn State has in the past 2 weeks. Like, in terms of just, like, inspiration has gone out the window over there.
Well,
not that he couldn't have gotten it back, maybe. But
and I'm a little scared that they do. I'm a little scared that they might find some of that back this week.
Did you guys play any like interim coach bumps when you were at Iowa? I'm trying to remember.
I don't know think so.
Drake, did we? Remember?
Yeah,
dude, I don't remember last week.
I don't think you were you. I mean, I guess I didn't go over the roster that intently. Were you on the roster last week, Drake?
No. Gosh, I'm trying to think. I know that. I think we were. I think every coach we faced was always there for longer. They had been there. Minnesota replaced. God, what was that guy's name?
Jerry.
Jerry Kill. They replaced him after the season, or maybe that was mid-season, or I don't. His health went a bad way. I can't quite remember. I don't think we played them.
I think he may got sick in the middle of the season.
Something like that. I don't think. Nicholas Baker says Maryland 2015. We did. Well, I don't.
Checks out.
Well, and actually, they did put up a little bit of a fight in Kinnick in that. Well, I mean, Desmond King shut it down pretty good.
Was that the pick six?
Yeah, pick six. He weaves through the entire defense.
At Maryland? Am I misremembering?
No, that was in Kinnick Stadium in 2015. I remember Kevin was pissed that game, actually. Another conversation I wish he was here for.
I've
Speaking
got
of,
pissed a lot.
well, I was gonna say Drake is a good source for this. He just got pissed every game. Kevin entered a new psyche when he stepped on a football field when it actually counted on Saturdays, to the point where like he was a
I think he was kind of nuts in practice, if I'm being honest.
yeah, he was
He was probably nuts in the training or in the film room too.
they called him Psych Ward for a
He
reason.
was kind of nuts.
Yeah, he had a switch that flipped that just made him an absolute psychopath, which is probably good on the football field. Yeah, I don't know if Penn State.
So to answer the question though, Maryland in 2015 fired their coach a month before you guys played them.
Okay, so it was a few. They'd come off the bump a little bit if there ever was one.
Yeah,
I just don't know if Penn State. If you're a Penn State fan, what is really making you feel good about not being in this situation in another 3 years? That's the situation you're putting your university in. It's like, okay, and I get it. There's outside pressure. There's boosters with all the fucking money in college football now. The fans are going to stop showing up to games. The boosters are going to stop giving to the collectives. The down the line, bink, 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 bink. You have to appease them because they're the ones keeping your program going. But the buyouts and the contracts are outpacing the funders. And it's like, in 3 years, are they going to call for the head of the new guy too? I don't know. Like Signetti's the hottest name on the board right now. I don't think he's going to leave Indiana. But if he did, they'd have to pay him a fucking Patrick Mahomes.
You'd have to have like a Shohei deal where they have to like refinance they have to sell everything at the university in order to pay him in 15 years everything that he's owed. Like,
which, by the way, playoff baseball is going on right now. How is there not a salary cap in baseball? How did they just let the Dodgers buy everybody?
I saw
hilarious, dude. You pay a luxury tax.
So Jeff Passan is like the head baseball writer of I think it's at ESPN, is his affiliate. I could be wrong, but he was saying the other day that if the Dodgers like cruise to another World Series here without salary cap, there's a chance that like other teams just say like, this is stupid, we're gonna go try and do something else because there's like they have just no chance.
Oh, I saw this tweet that was
try and go do something else. What is it? Well, what else is there to do?
Like it might just blow up like part of the MLB.
I saw something like they're not
zero chance.
Like there's going to be a holdout and they won't play baseball in 27 until they figure out something different.
Yeah,
the Dodgers are that dominant.
Well, like I mean, in the regular season, no, but if you watch the playoffs, I mean, they've just been cruising. Like it hasn't been. They like no team
is there
so
playoffs
far
on tonight.
Sure
yeah, Mariners, Blue Jays is on right now as we speak. We cannot let the Blue Jays win a World Series though right now either. Like this is America's pastime.
Oh yeah, Toronto.
We need to stop them. They're too good.
Yeah, Drake, I saw this tweet today that was like, man, it's really tough for the Brewers to go from their $150 million pitcher to a $135 million pitcher. And if those two guys are hurt, they're going to have to go to their $230 million pitcher or potentially one of their $185 million closers. And it's the end of the tweet was just like, it's just a tough time to be a Dodgers fan. And I saw that and I was a little bit mind blown. I know that the crazy money contract thing they've paid Ohtani, without a salary cap, it just doesn't seem fair. It sounds like that's kind of where the league is heading. I don't know how that's been a thing until now. Anyway, back to football. I don't know what guy would make you feel great other than maybe Nick Saban or Kirby, where you bring them in and it's like, yeah, we feel really good about probably being in a national championship in the next 3 to 5 years. Other than that, boys, I don't know.
I don't know. Do you almost go swing on? I know everyone's options right now are like, okay, Signetti is like, okay, done. Like everyone wants Signetti right now. And like Matt Rule is up there. But do you almost then, is your strategy just become like you try and swing on a like Silverfield at Memphis or a Summerall at Tulane because they haven't, who's saying they're not already the next Kirby? They just haven't been to a powerful program yet.
Golish. I like, isn't he at South Florida?
Yeah, like
if I want to be anybody, I want to be the next Kurt Signetti.
He's just
the guy's a winner.
He might be. Like I don't know. I was kind of talking about this on Patreon recently. I don't know what he tells Indiana in the locker room or at practice, but they just they just walk out there every play they are so confident that it's going to work. Like even against Iowa, they were just like from when it was tied to when we took the lead. Like every play was just like, yeah, we know we're really, really good and we're confident. We're going to probably win the game eventually. Like the more that the game goes on, it's going to prove it.
Been on a team like that and it was awesome.
Like they're just so like it's weird to see with Indiana, but it is so impressive.
He carries a big stick and he swings that fucker.
Who was that? Was that Roosevelt?
Something like that.
Someone with a big stick. Any history buffs in the chat?
Talk softly and carry a big stick.
Yeah. I am interested because there's going to be like at some point you can't keep getting better unless you just go undefeated and win every national title every single year. Obviously, that's not going to happen. Unbelievable turnaround in year one. If they do better this year, say they do better this year and like make the championship, and then they are able to like then put together an undefeated run to the championship and they win it in year 3. They just have this wild once in a lifetime across all sports acceleration. But then they're going to regress. They're not going to win the championship one year. I would be very curious to see at that point if there was obstacle in the road, what his demeanor and tone would be like in the press conferences. Because right now he's just saying this shit with like no repercussion. He's like,
how about Signetti?
Yeah, he's just like, Google me, bitch. I win.
He's been doing this for 18 months now. Like
I know. It's got to stop at some point, though.
I'm a big karma guy, but sometimes I'm like, if karma was gonna set in, wouldn't it have by now? Like maybe he's just a really good coach. Maybe he's just built a good program at some point. Like, because he carried over a ton of what he already built at JMU. Yes, we invested early in this too, by the way, right?
Very early.
But like he just brought over all the guys that already believed in him, basically, and like he was just like, okay, we're just gonna wear red this time instead of purple.
You're right. I don't know, man. I don't know. Shout out to the Dukes of JMU. Maybe they'll be in the Wards Winners segment tonight that is wordless. Shout out to the sponsors. Had a great episode with Brad a couple weeks ago on the Swarm. He updated us on what that looked like. And the Swarm is still going to play a major role in the Iowa Hawkeyes, not just the Iowa football team, probably most notably, especially as we got into a little bit of basketball here with the Hawkeyes the last couple days. Yesterday, Jan Jensen at the podium. Today, Ben McCollum was there. Got some basketball media days. There has been a significant amount of turnaround in the men's program. You bet your ass that the Swarm was heavily involved. The women's program, McKenna Velichko, number 6 in the country, just signed for the Hawkeyes. We got Addie Deal in here, another 5-star who's about to start her freshman season. We're looking at signing a few more in the near. Yeah, bro. The women's program is on the cusp of being a
perennial like UConn type shit.
Correct. Yeah.
Watch out, January.
Holy smokes!
Yeah,
Caitlin Clark and Megan Gustafson are the fucking queens of the world.
Well, Megan really is. She just won a WNBA title, didn't she? I'm pretty sure she was on the Aces. And so the Swarm, where I'm going with that, very, very important. Let's just say that. And you can catch Brad on a couple other places sort of explaining this, but the Swarm Collective on top of that rev share is going to be what keeps and helps sway some of our elite talent to come and stay in Iowa City. So that's what you got. By the way, speaking of basketball.
Oh, already. All right.
Dude.
Did you also watch Nuggets preseason? No. Oh, Keegan. Yes.
I mean, this was like, when was this?
What is it? Did he sign an extension?
Huge,
big one,
bro.
Drake. A big.
Stop it. What is it?
Sacramento Kings forward Keegan Murray has agreed to a 5-year, $140 million rookie contract extension with the franchise. Massive new deal for the Kings to lock in their 2022 number 4 overall pick through 2030, 2031. Dude.
It's crazy. That's only just a little bit more than Kevin makes. So
yeah,
just to put that into perspective, how much that is.
Yeah, Kevin's salary as the CEO of Stryker is like 134, I think.
It's pretty close. So
yeah, Keegan's actually out earning Kevin Ward, which is crazy.
That's to put you into just how much that.
just to give you a perspective, because Kevin obviously very successful. That's why he's not here. He's working right now. Dude, 140 M's for the kid.
Let's go.
Drake,
Things
what do you
you
buy?
love to see.
What are you buying first with 140 amps? Where do you go? Do you go to Gray's and you tell Pete to whip up all of the chicken lips he has?
Yes.
Give me all the lips.
That
You
would be a
just,
phenomenal celebratory meal.
you know what you
I'd eat
do
some
is
pizza too that night.
you hire Pete as your personal chef, and you just,
And steal him from the program.
yep, the program and Iowa City, and you just hire him as your personal chef for the rest of life. That's what you do.
That would be greedy.
It would be greedy. It would be so greedy.
He would
but,
say yes to that though. So
but imagine how well you would
do
eat
it
every single day.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pete and Kim. They are probably not going to be hired as personal chefs to some $100+ million person. So that's good for Iowa City and all the people who are going to
But they
be.
fed Keegan Murray and his come up.
They did. They did. Who's to say that the chicken lips weren't the reason this man's now making $140 million? I've never seen chicken lips and $140 million in the same room. They could be the reason. Go to Gray's.
I miss Gray's. I genuinely do.
Every time we talk about it, I get almost sad because I can't just go pick up chicken lips and ranch.
It's just an easy. It's a quick option too. Like catering's their big thing, but it was just like after class on Thursdays, it was just easy to.
It's just so easy.
It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna get a slice of that pizza. I'm gonna get 2 lips and a slice and go home and
God,
enjoy it.
dude, talk dirty, Grant.
As some like as there's the American Conference has got a game on at 6. Nice and some fall leaves on the ground.
Yeah.
It's like I can wear shorts outside still, but this hoodie feels comfortable.
Yeah, you got a hoodie on, bro,
Yeah.
and you're eating lips. Oh, brother. Yeah, man. There's a lot of people that are going to be in Iowa City for the next 3 weeks. We got a 3-game home stretch here against the Nittany Lions, the Gophers, and the Oregon Ducks. So there's going to be a ton of people in Iowa City looking for good food, looking for good meals, possibly possibly looking for food for the tailgate. So Gray's is your thing there. $140 million, dude, that puts him at, I don't know. There needs to be a list. I'm sure Doctorman could put this together or somebody. There's got to be a list.
Hawks.
Yeah, highest earning Hawkeyes of all time. This vaults.
Georgie's got to be up there.
Well, George is certainly up there. He signed 2 contracts now.
2 contracts. One's like 70 and one's like 80.
Yeah, that's
90.
It's pretty good.
To put in perspective, by the way, how much money's in basketball because there's such a small roster.
Yeah,
Keegan almost just
so many games.
Keegan almost just made on 1 contract extension what George has made in 2 contracts, being
record-setting contracts.
Yeah, record-setting contracts, being the face of the league, basically.
Keegan's also 24.
He is.
And then look at what baseball money does to that.
Baseball money is
stupid.
Fucking dumb.
Actually, though, I would take. I don't know. They're both decent spots. Like you get a lot of money to just be the 8th guy on the bench.
Oh yeah.
You also get a ton of money. I would love to just hang out in the bullpen all season. I only got to pitch maybe 10 times a year. Come in, do my job, and otherwise I'm just hanging out with the boys. Chewing some gum, drinking Gatorade.
Tristan, people chiming in on the YouTube. We do read the live chat, by the way. I know Bobby put a comment on here. I'm going to get to that in a second. Tristan is definitely up there. He signed for what, 120, 135, something like that.
I feel like Yondo has to be up there.
Yeah, he was in the league, but the problem is that the inflation of these contracts has gotten so big that some of these
But he signed a big one.
Some of our young guns, Sheriff made a ton of money. I think when he retired this summer or a few weeks back, a couple of months back, it was like 110 was his career earnings. 110. Linderbaum, he's an interesting one. Has he signed his new contract?
No, he hasn't signed a second contract. He's still on a rookie deal. He hasn't made that much yet.
That's going to be a big one, though.
It'll probably be the record-setting center deal.
It says right now he's currently on his 4-year, $13 million. And let's not act like $13 million isn't a lot of money, but he's about to get about
we'll get more than that a year.
Yeah, it's going to be a per year basis. Good for Lindy.
We'll probably get 20 a year.
Probably
the center.
Broncos will probably pay him a nice 21 here soon.
Oh, he's a future Bronco, huh? Biggest center contract in the NFL. I'm curious to know
who Creed Humphreys probably.
It's probably Creed, yeah. Who's he play for? The Chiefs? Yeah, Creed's on a 4-year, $72 million. Yeah, so it's gonna be 20, probably. Yeah, man, $18 million a year for Creed.
Yeah. $19 million for Lindy. They'll reset it at.
Sheesh, man. I think it's his contract year too. I want to say. God,
Unfortunately, the Ravens look terrible, but it's
they're
not his
doing.
fault.
They're not good, brother. They're not doing great.
They're still
Derrick
high up.
Henry's trying to juke in the backfield on a 4th and goal on a 1.
Yeah, it's just there's
Buddy, did you forget what you look like and who you are?
crazy that he's even still healthy. Wild. AJ signed
Have
a
you
new
seen
deal.
Have you seen the touches prediction for McCaffrey this year, or like what he's on pace for?
No, is it?
He's on pace for like 460 touches.
Oh, the kid's gonna be in the hospital.
He's gonna die.
Yeah, he's
every play is just check down Mac Jones to Christian. Just
and the Niners are still kind of hanging on. Like they have a decent record, don't they?
Yeah, bro. If they
7-2?
would have played better this week, they would have been 5-1 with the guys coming back to be healthy.
I was gonna say, is George back like next week?
Yeah, this week.
So that's how long is Purdy out?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's QB controversy. They just keep McCorkle in there.
McCorkle?
You can't. They paid him too much money, man.
Yeah.
Like guys get fired over that shit.
Oh. Hey.
Alaric Jackson did sign a huge contract, didn't he?
Yeah, he signed a good contract for sure.
$57 million. So that's massive. It's just not it's not quite what some of the big boys make. So yeah, I would love to see, and that includes everyone.
And then you have the Queen.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the problem is hers.
Let me see her IRS statement.
Right. Yeah. Hers isn't going to come through the contract, and you're never going to get you're probably not going to get the public release of like.
Let me get her stock options, brother. I want to see her stock options.
Facts. Yeah. I would love to know what the investment portfolio looks like for LCC. I look at mine and I have not millions. I don't even really have 100,000s. But I get real excited when I see my numbers, and they're nothing compared to what some of these athletes could be.
Is Ross handling
Proud of
it?
you for doing well.
No, Brady Ross is not handling it, but Brady actually hit us up. It's funny you bring him up, Grant. He hit us up with a message yesterday or today about one of his clients, and it was hilarious. Yeah, I need to be Brady Ross's client. He could make me more money, I'm sure.
I need to talk to him. He just needs to like teach me money.
Yeah, Jay says that Yonda made only 70 for his career. That's how crazy the money's gotten now.
What?
I
don't believe that. I don't believe that whatsoever.
I mean, you can literally just pull it up. Yeah, I don't know. Have you seen Yonda recently, Drake?
I haven't, but I know he's very skinny.
Dude, he looks like a algebra teacher. It's crazy.
Is that a compliment or a diss to algebra teachers?
It's a diss to algebra teachers.
Stop it.
And their physicality.
Hardworking algebra teachers out there.
I heard Yonda's a savage on the Peloton. So yeah, I don't know how we got off on that because of Keegan. Shout out to Keegan being a legend. The basketball season is, I mean, like I said, media days just happened, so it's going to be. Mm-hmm. They're working on the new
involving the Iowa basketball program, to my knowledge.
What?
Just
nothing
the media
else?
day.
No.
Nothing else to my knowledge.
No, zero news on the Iowa.
Can't think of anything else.
There was one other thing. They're building the new student section on the end line.
Yeah, they could have. Could we not have posted the photo after it's all built?
Right. Yeah. Probably don't want the in progress. It looks very like
it's just like two stands.
Well, it looks very third grade music concert ish right now.
Oh, that was that. Yeah, that's about the same size as my third grade choir. Which I was an alto, in case anyone's curious.
Okay. Did you get the solo or?
I did.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of you.
I think we sang Sound of Music, and I had a solo in it.
Sound of
Good for you.
Yeah, really good for you.
It said, I was a songbird of my generation. That's what they described me as.
Okay. All right, Will Ferrell. So I don't know where going back to the football conversation, I don't know where this thing lands. I don't know where schools and fans, and because fans will take everything over the top. I just don't know where does it stop with the expectations? Because if it goes this way, you could theoretically have Alabama, Oregon, Penn State, Just name the Blue Bloods and anybody else that's just a massive contender over the last decade or two.
You're going to throw Penn State in blue blood?
I'm just saying that the programs that consider themselves a national
Up
title
until
contender,
this year, I would have, dude. They genuinely are good as shit usually.
well, dude, they're still good as shit. That's what we're gonna get to here in a second. They have a roster that's loaded.
It is still very good.
They're
Throughout
so
or not, still a great roster. What's his name? That kid from Troy is coming back.
Devontae Ross.
Still not over that.
Yeah, we got torched by this kid out of Troy. Penn State swooped him up, and he's only got like 16 catches. Colt and I went over it this morning. But Coach Ferentz joked in the press conference yesterday, this time our goal is just to get a hand on him, just try to touch him. Okay. So he said it's the worst fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. That's like the worst defense. He didn't use the F word, obviously, but he was literally he was dumbfounded at how torched we were by this Ross kid last year. And rightfully so. The passing game for Penn State has been not great this year. And honestly, the running game hasn't been what they thought it would be either, because they had like potentially the best 1-2 punch at running back in the country. And I think they're experiencing some offensive line issues. So who knows? It's going to be one hell of a matchup on Saturday. I don't feel emotionally good about it, but I think that might just be because of what Penn State did to Drake and our teams.
I had a kind of self-reflection moment on Saturday last week as I was getting ready for the game, and I was like, I'm still, Wisconsin, they're not having a tough season, but I'm still kind of nervous. It's a rivalry game. And then I thought back and I was like, I think I'm just nervous for every game. If I'm just being honest, outside of maybe like Albany this year, even, I'm getting ready. I'm like, I don't know, UMass, they're kind of fast last week. I don't know.
They look good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This statement lost last week.
You put money on UMass.
That was someone should have. My bookie should have, or like FanDuel and my bookie should have called me and just been like, what are you doing here?
Are you just a call from FanDuel representative who's just like, are you okay?
Yeah, just like, what is really, like, why?
Do you need to talk?
It wasn't that option's there sarcastically. It was not.
No one's actually supposed to hit the button that says UMass.
You're the only guy who did this.
There's one bet on this game. You move the line. And,
no. What I mean, keep it focused though, is that I'm just going to be nervous to think about every Iowa football game for the rest of my life.
Well, and definitely this year, right? Because we've got Penn State in a crazy situation coming to Kinnick. We have Minnesota, which is a trophy game. You're never not nervous about a trophy game. The Ducks come to town. Great. Oh, then we go to USC. That one doesn't feel good already. Michigan State, who got our ass last year, forgot how to tackle in that game. And then it's Nebraska, which is a 3-point game every year, no matter how good the teams are. So, yeah, just settle in for an anxiety ride from hell, Grant, because that's where we are the next 6
It's going to be a crazy next month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah.
Love football.
Love football. Just love ball.
It is. As much as I come on here and be like, I'm being mentally tortured and this is super heart rate inducing and stressful, I still show up every Saturday. And I'm like, gosh, this is just the best.
It is wild to me. I just have this, my other monitor up on the side here. And so I monitor other things. Coach Ferentz and Gary Dolphin, two people who you would love to listen to, do Hawk Talk with KF on Wednesday nights. They currently have 81 people watching that show. Our show alone right now, just on Twitter, has 600. It just doesn't make any sense to me that's
go watch Hawk Talk.
Yeah, go watch Coach Ferentz. That's my advice. So let's talk Penn State. Let's talk the matchup a little bit. Okay. Drake, in this game, they now don't have a head coach. I don't know how much that matters. You can give your input on that if you feel like. They also don't have their starting quarterback. They have.
It makes a big difference.
Yeah, that means that they got a guy that's thrown 20 passes all season, a redshirt freshman who's going to step in and make his first start in Kinnick at night.
How much do you value he was good in high school?
No.
Okay. So was I at linebacker.
Yeah, man. So were a lot of us.
Yeah. By the way, your buddy Cole, what's his name? Cole Miller, who ate the burritos. He was in here earlier and said, "Go Muskies."
Go Muskies.
Yeah. So
Muskie football doing good?
No, they are not.
no, don't ask me or Drake that about our alma maters. It's
What's Marshalltown up to? I think.
Well, I could tell you the records about.
Should we do a quick alma mater check? Everyone.
Yeah. Marshalltown football.
Everyone
records.
tap into their alma maters real quick.
Yeah, let me just give you the let's see, schedule. Hey, 3-4. We're almost 500.
Okay.
So good for us. We beat Ames, we beat Waterloo East, and we beat Des Moines East in a barn burner. We've lost to Mason City, Waukee, DCG, and Kennedy. Lost to Kennedy 49-0.
Everyone knows when Marshalltown meets Des Moines East, you can throw out the record books.
Yeah,
right? Anything can happen in that game.
Yeah, that is facts. And Muscatine. Oh, this.
Can we get back to Penn State?
No. Oh my God, Drake, they need you, bro.
They're like 1 and whatever.
Yeah, 0-7 actually. They haven't won.
Oh my gosh, Muskies.
They lost to Davenport North, Jefferson, Assumption, Dubuque Senior, Pleasant Valley, Iowa City West, Lindmar. The last 3 weeks they've been embarrassed.
Can we get Drake? Can you give a quick moment? Maybe there's a couple of Muskies listening to this. They're seniors. Can you give them a quick motivational, 30-second pep talk?
Y'all should be ashamed of your lives.
Oh no, that's not it. Oh no, that's not it.
Valor Christian High School 5-2.
5-2 for Valor Christian. Good for them.
Just found out we lost to Ralston Valley.
That's tough. We'll get back to Penn State here. So they're starting a redshirt freshman at quarterback. I feel like that is even more than the coaching bullshit that's going on the side. I think that is the biggest storyline relative to what actually matters in this game. I think that is one half of their team. I mean, the defense could still come out. And Drake, here's what concerns me. You know, and I know, because we stood next to him on the field, and it was not that's not who you want to stand next to in comparison. The kind of talent and size and speed that this roster has top to bottom.
We beat them though too.
We did.
Not this team, but like the Ohio State team, the Michigan team. We beat them. Yeah,
we beat those athletes. We found a way. But I'm a little bit concerned. We beat Ohio State because we made their buttholes tight. We had one of our actual athletes come out and just, oh shit, maybe this team can play with us. And then we rode that lightning for 60 minutes.
And then a couple of our other really, really talented guys putting in some work too.
Shout out Josh Jackson. Unbelievable.
DJ, Noah.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Nate Stanley.
Just all dudes, huh? I know we can do that in this game too. We've got some dudes. I don't feel bad about us. I worry about a bunch of absolute Under Armour All-Americans with nothing to lose because the season's gone anyway. I feel like it could go two ways. I feel like one, they quit and continue down the lost to Oregon, lost to UCLA, barely lost to Northwestern at home. Shit, maybe they get blown out by Iowa. Maybe it's not even close. Or they all try and make a highlight tape for their next school or the NFL when they decide to leave this year because of the transfer portal opening after a coach gets fired. And we're just up against a bunch of they're just running combine times on us. And just I'm a little worried. And I think that is an emotional hedge because of what McSorley did to us, because of what happened before that Michigan game in 2016 when we went to. I'm a little scarred, and I'm concerned. I'm trying to be vulnerable here.
That game at Penn State, that's being homeless in a hurricane, dog.
I've never heard that idiom.
That's because I just made it up.
Okay, well, that's fucking fantastic.
Was that a colloquial metaphor? Drake?
Homeless in a hurricane. That is exactly what it felt like. I'll tell you this: before the opening kick, it was sweet, bro. It was
It
really
was so
cool.
sweet.
Oh my God. After the opening kick, it felt like, God, it felt like you,
You were homeless in a hurricane.
it
dog.
felt like it felt like your OnlyFans account got exposed on Twitter or something like that's how naked I felt out there in Beaver Stadium. Is that what it's called? I don't know.
Yeah.
It is
I-
Beaver Stadium in
Like-
State College, PA.
Yeah, that was one of those nights where you're just like, does time move any faster? Can we get this clock to is there a running clock? Is there a Marshalltown freshman football running clock here? Because
Is there an ejectocito cuz button?
can
Get
we
me
all
the fuck out of here.
Yeah, can we just call this one? Can we get that plane on the tarmac? How fast can we get home?
How fast can we get that bird on the tarmac?
We got to get out of here. And
Don't
then you know what?
even shower. Let's
No.
just go.
Yeah, and I feel like that's actually what it felt like after the game too. Is like everybody just quick, let's run. We don't need to get beat up
Run
anymore.
home to your mom.
I'm surprised KF didn't make us run home. He could have made us walk from Pennsylvania, and it would have been. It probably would have been warranted, honestly. So I'm a little bit concerned. Now, on the other side of things, we've seen these types of players quit, and we referenced the Ohio State game. I don't know where their mindset's at right now. I really don't. And I feel like if we can jump them a little bit and not give them the opportunity to be like, oh, we could win a cool game at night in Kinnick here. I feel like it could go the other way, and we have a jolly good time in Iowa City, and the bars are just absolutely electric on Saturday night.
That's what you hope for.
Yeah, it is what you hope for. I don't know. What's your read on this? How do you think a team like this responds to something crazy like this happening in the middle of the year?
I don't know. I can't believe a team with that much talent is in the place that they are. It doesn't make much sense to me. There must be something wrong. I don't know if they're just a bunch of crazy athletes that don't know ball. I don't know what's going on, but
Could be that.
bet there's a lot of administrative errors that they're going to make, and that really would benefit the Hawks. That'll keep us in it.
The
Bunch of
turnover battle.
administrative penalties and shit.
Yeah, the turnover battle is always a big factor, and you just don't feel good about a redshirt freshman quarterback starting in Kinnick Stadium. Like that just. The other thing, Drake, is to try and beat Indiana a couple weeks ago, to try and mess with Wisconsin a little bit, even not that we needed it. We've Phil P and the boys on the defensive side of the ball have been dialing up the pressure.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And I don't think that they're going to stop anytime soon.
Isn't our blitz percentage like 40% right now or something?
High as hell, bro.
Because that's not. If you'd have told me that without me seeing it, I would have told you there's no way you got your numbers fucked up or something. Like Phil doesn't blitz.
We're bringing bodies.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it messed with Mendoza a little bit. He had to throw early. He had to throw late a couple times, and it helped us out a ton. We got burnt on it on the last play of the game, but I think again, this guy ain't Mendoza, right?
Did you just see the home run for Toronto?
No, they smoked one.
Bone Thug, is that what you just smacked the desk on? Was the home run to Toronto?
I was reminiscing on Iowa versus Indiana, but
Oh,
I was
what's the score?
I was unaware. I have UTEP Sam Houston on the real matchup.
Toronto has scored 6 unanswered runs.
Oh dear God.
This is 1-5 UTEP versus 0-6 Sam Houston.
Is there a score on
And
that
you're
game,
watching that.
Well, I'm doing this right now. I would
It's
say,
6-2.
Yeah, but what's the score on the Sam Houston game?
Yeah, that's what everyone wants to know. It's 14-10 UTEP.
And did you have cash on this one?
We'll talk awards winners.
Before we cap the show with awards winners and a little bit more talk, let's quickly mention our other two sponsors. Big Road Brewery, allowing us to do some cool shows there. We're going to do more in the future, potentially with Corey Brada, potentially not. Maybe we'll just do our own thing. We finally felt decent about the logistical tech guy side of things. After 3 or 4 live shows, I felt like I finally found my groove over there when we did that earlier this year in the bye week. Unbelievable beer, unbelievable food, and more than that, the experience, the vibe. They sent me some cool merchandise.
What I want to know is, are you crushing them when you went with Corey?
No, I sipped on an Easy Eddie though. I did consume their beverage.
You see, Easy, I know you're not a big beer drinker. Easy Eddie, as much as I like it, that's not like what I would recommend as like, this is your intro to getting into
You got to be drinking sours, bro. They're the best.
I would go, if I was recommending something to you, I'd go for the Citrus Surfer faster than I'd hand you an Easy Eddie. Those are heavy.
Yeah, and I tasted that, and honestly, sipping on it like it's not a huge deal. Corey had ordered the Citrus Surfer, and I got the Easy Eddie, and so we did that in part to kind of, promote both beers so we could talk about it. Jay says have a 1939. I don't know what kind of beer that is, but I've heard that Doc always on their podcast talks about the 1939. So I'm sure there's a ton of stuff.
They're all good.
My wife went a couple weeks ago, and she said that like every table in the place had a pretzel. They love the big old pretzel with cheese.
Pretzel's great. Mm-hmm.
So there you go, Big Grove. And then finally, our other sponsor of the night, Hamburg Inn, which similar to Gray's.
Hamburg Inn is an unbelievable sponsor.
Unbelievable, right? Like how it almost feels
you
like
don't beat a diner breakfast.
No,
other than like Hamburg ain't beatable.
Especially if you cap it with a pie shake, which you do, because if you don't,
then why'd you go to the diner in the first place?
Then what are you doing? Yeah, you go there for the experience. I was just watching. It's funny. I was just watching. So Ken Diesel introduced to Princess and the Frog the last couple of days. We've been watching a little Princess and the Frog. Tiana in that movie wants to open her own restaurant, and she's cooking some pancakes. And I saw the pancakes, and I was like, man, Hamburg sounds so good right now. I had the podcast on my mind. It was like 45 minutes before we were going to record. I was like, God, the little pancakes, sit down with some syrup, pie shake.
These do sound insane right now.
Insane, man. So shout out to Hamburg Inn. Go there. Another place. You're going to have plenty of time in Iowa City these next 3 weeks if you're heading to all these games or if you live there. So.
That's a top 5. Write this down for June of next year. Top 5, just Iowa City food establishments.
Yeah, top 5.
And if you sponsor us, that will get you. My vote can be bought.
Yeah,
I just want that on the record.
Yeah, you can lobby us very hard. You can.
But you know what's crazy is that Hamburg Inn, number 2, and Gray's are both on my top 5. They're already sponsors.
Well, and we work with people that we actually believe in. We've never taken an inauthentic sponsor on this show, so it is what it is. Check out those places during your time in Iowa City. They're fantastic establishments, and they are fantastic for partnering with us. We enjoy and respect and are thankful for them. Final thoughts on Penn State. Gary, how do you feel? From the pure fan football guy perspective, how do we feel about this?
Like I said, nervous. This game a month ago was a mulligan, so I wasn't like over nervous, but I believed we could do it. Just like I still believe now we can win this game. I think, we should win this game. But I'm going to be nervous until the game's over. If I'm being just totally honest, like it doesn't matter. We could be up 40-0. I'll still be like, I don't know.
No.
Spunky second half team, Penn State Nittany Lions. But I think honestly, I want to see us jump out to at least a 10-0 lead, so that like if this team I think you would end up getting that. Hey, I'm just going to get my highlights going for next year. If let's say it's 10-0 Penn State right away, right? But I think you would be quicker to see a team re-quit like they did on James Franklin if it's 10-0 Hawks. Maybe we get a strip sack early. Max Llewellyn off the corner.
Yeah,
gets him that doesn't know what's happening. Or who knows? Maybe one of those big boys, Herkett, finds a ball in the air again, right?
Aaron Graves, redemption, pick 6, thick 6.
Yeah, but I'd also, I'd like to see
pick 6 is awesome.
Our boy RVZ. Let's get him going a little bit.
Up his usage, up his value here.
But I don't know.
He's
that
back,
defense, bro. Boy, I mean, I say all this stuff like I know that they just got diced up by UCLA not that long ago, but I think that Penn State defense is still got some ballers on it. So I don't I don't
Nittany
know.
Lions are
I'm
going to
not expecting us to just drop a ton of points or anything.
Yeah, and this was not meant to be a pun, but then it popped in my head and I realized you're going to sound funny. The Nittany Lions will show their teeth at some point, and the Hawks are going to have to manage that. This isn't just a it's a I believe we'll see in a second. But I think it's still at 2.5. This is basically a Kinnick edge game. It's a pick'em plus the Kinnick advantage.
Wait,
So
we're the favorite?
yeah, the
Yeah.
Hawks are favored.
The game
Yeah.
has swung at 12 points in the past 2 weeks, which is not normal.
So we're living in banana land, Drake.
Wow.
Yeah.
But also, if we do win this game, it might be obnoxious on almost football.
Well, if we win this game, the fan base, the media, the podcasts are all going to be on a high horse that hopefully rides for a couple weeks, maybe more. I do want to give, right before we go to our betting segment, I want to give a shout out to, we're getting down towards the end of the season. It's October 15th. Soon, in a few weeks, we'll be dropping our Christmas line of merchandise for gift giving and the holiday season. But more importantly than that, I would love if you guys listening to the show or maybe watching on YouTube, subscribe if you haven't checked out our Patreon. You can join the army on patreon.com/washedupwalk-ons. And if you don't know what that is, it's essentially a place where we can put more content for a small fee. 1 or 2 cups of coffee a month is the cost for that, depending on the tier that you sign up for. How many times do you rip a Starbucks for $6? It's essentially like that's what you're spending a month on the army. You are going to get extra podcasts from me and Grant and some other people like Coach Justin Lima and some other shows that we have on there. That's 2 extra podcasts a week during the season, an extra podcast the entire year, ad-free listening from the dynamic ads, early access, discounts on merchandise, which then pay for the subscription if you're going to order merchandise during the year. And the best part, and why I'm bringing it up right now, is the subscription benefits the Children's Hospital, which we are trying and always are trying, especially during the season, to build that donation at the end of the year to the kids. We always donate to the Child Life Fund at the UI Children's Hospital. We crossed last year over $50,000 donated from the walk-ons since starting the show, which gives me goosebumps to say, because that's a crazy thing that we've been able to do. And it's all because of generous people like you joining the army and having some fun with us here talking Hawks. So thank you for considering joining the army. Patreon.com/washedupwalk-ons. You can scan that QR code on the screen if you're watching. We appreciate you guys. Let's go into our betting segment. And when Kevin's not here, I don't play the music because it's the way it goes. So we are a favorite in this game. Let me just go back down and make sure that game is the same as it was this morning. 6 p.m. slate. Iowa Penn State is a 2.5 point favorite. Iowa over under of 39
low
and a half. It's not a ton of points. I think
that would be more points than last week, but
it would be, which by the way, Iowa covered last week by themselves, depending on where you got that line. I'm going to stay away from this one. I don't have a read on it. And like I said, I'm scared. Let's continue.
All right.
Let's continue, Grant, with how I've been approaching the last couple weeks. I'm going to look for some games. I'm going to take my immediate response and go opposite of that and see how we feel. LSU Vanderbilt pops off the chart at me. Vandy's been a team that's kind of like Indiana over in the SEC. It's like, oh, there's a little resurgence here. Not to that level. LSU, maybe overhyped. It's a 10 versus 17 game. This feels like LSU covers that, maybe wins outright. They're plus 2.5. That would be my gut feeling. So give me Vanderbilt minus 2.5 as my first pick. Washington, Michigan in the Big Ten. That's a decent little game. At Michigan in the
National
Big Ten.
Championship rematch.
Yeah, from a couple of years ago. Washington plus 5.5. Gosh, it feels like they cover plus 5.5. So I guess give me the Wolverines minus 5.5.
Wow.
Yeah, and Drake, you're probably confused. This is how I have to bet now because I was so dog shit to start the year. My gut.
What'd you go this past week? Because I know you were 3-0 the week before.
I went 2-1 this past weekend. So we're 5 of 6 the last 6.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good until you consider that I'm going against what my gut says. So really, I'm trash still, but I'm just cheating the system. One more final game. 3 picks for me every week. That's how I do it around here. Ole Miss, Georgia. Yes. Yes. The old Lane Kiffin taking shots at Kirby Smart. Did you guys see the press conference?
I did. That was a wild one by
Murder.
Coach. But
Drake, I'm
Can't
sure
say
you,
that I did.
yeah. So assistants on Nick Saban's staff at Alabama once upon a time. Kirby Smart, Lane Kiffin, now both head coaches playing each other this weekend. Somebody at the end of the press conference asked Kiffin if who burns more calories. They're both active on the sideline. Who do you think burns more calories during the day on a game day? And Kiffin's response was, I saw his press conference on the TV walking down the hallway on the way here. It doesn't look like he's burning very many calories.
Yeah.
That's what Kiffin said about Kirby Smart.
I mean, is he lying?
No, but that's murder, dude. That's a kill shot. He's so funny. He's so good in the media like that.
did you guys ever watch that back on
Dude,
Tosh
do you
0?
know how much trouble we would have been in if we talked like that?
Oh my God. I wish. What'd you say,
I
Grant?
don't.
Well, they had like back on when Tosh 0 was going on, he had Kiffin's Crimson Corner. Go YouTube it if you haven't, because it was so funny. It was basically like it's a 3-minute sketch, but it was like a call-in show for Lane Kiffin when he was the OC at Alabama, and it's hilarious.
Do I want to go that game, or the game right below it at the 2:30 slate is Michigan State, Indiana?
I mean,
Take Indiana, dog.
literally there are so many games to pick from.
I know. Ohio State, Wisconsin. Okay.
I also the board was difficult this week. Not a ton screamed to me
No.
either.
What is screaming to me is like, okay, Iowa beats. Man, I might even go with my gut on this one.
Just take Ohio State money line and call it a day.
No,
Well, you can't. That would be about minus 20,000.
It's only minus 7,000.
That's
My gut tells me Ohio State wins by more than 25.5. So then in theory, I would take Wisconsin plus 25.5, but I think I'm going against my gut here. And I'm just taking the Ohio State gut pick. 25.5. Straight up.
Lock it in.
Lock it in. That's my third pick.
22.5.
25.5 for the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Take 22.5.
I think they beat them by 40, but watch, I'll be wrong. Drake, you're welcome to pick. Otherwise, Grant, you have the floor.
You have the floor, G-Bone.
Okay. Not a ton for me, I'll be honest, but I got somebody for us. Mississippi State plus 9.5 versus Florida. I just don't think Florida right now is worthy of 9.5 points versus anyone. Like, not that they can't do it, but I think that's a crazy move. And without seeing the game yet so far, I'm going to take that 9.5. Mississippi State, spunky team this year. They're feisty. I don't know. I don't think they're winning the SEC, but they're enough to give everyone trouble. They got some fun to it. And hey, like we say, never fight a man with nothing to lose. And what does Mississippi State have to lose? Duke minus 1.5 versus Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is a fun team right now. They're a highly ranked team, but I'm not sure, like, at some point the Haynes King has to just Haynes King himself, and I'm not sure when it's going to happen, but it could be this weekend at Duke. So I'm going to take Duke minus 1.5. I also took Vandy minus 2.5. This is just strictly Brian Kelly hate. I was saying earlier that they should just send, like, Brian Kelly should be forced to now be the new head coach at Penn State, just so all the hate can be, like, at one spot. Like, LSU should have a cool coach. All right, Brian. I don't know what Brian Kelly's doing over there. We'll just send him to Penn State, and everything can all make sense. Sure. Let's put all of that into one spot. But I'm going to take Vandy minus 2.5 there. Also, just kind of Vanderbilt note. We mentioned program, like, they're ranked Vanderbilt right now.
Yeah,
solid team. Do you think, how much of the country do you think even knows who Vanderbilt's coach is right now? Like, everyone knows Signetti, but I feel like at Vanderbilt, everyone knows Pavia, and then no one knows Clark Lee.
I would say 10% of the country, even of
I did not have any idea who Vanderbilt's coach was.
Yeah, like he probably walked right by you at I tightened you, Drake. He
Probably did.
just
And he's probably a little salty about Sig getting all the pub, and he's not getting any.
Well, his team has just been undeniably better, regardless.
Who, Sig?
Yes.
Well, yeah. I mean,
South Carolina plus 5.5 trap coming up. Trap. I just feel like
Trap.
this is the eventual South Carolina game is going to happen. I know they're not amazing this year, but hey, that Darude Sandstorm, Columbia, South Carolina. Google it. It's pretty fun. Watch out. Arizona State plus 7.5. It's come down a lot. I don't know what line you're going to get, but I have 7.5. James Madison minus 1.5 versus the Old Dominion Monarchs. Game of the week, some would say.
Dukes.
Perennials in the Sun Belt. Massive implications game. I'm taking JMU at home. BYU plus 3 in the Holy War. I'm taking the home team and the points. BYU, say what you will about the BYU students, but the BYU fans. That stadium in Provo, Utah is awesome. It's always packed.
It is awesome.
It does not matter what time of day it is. It's packed full. It has a ton of energy. Cosmo the Cougar is like going to be juggling knives that are on fire or something crazy like he always does, but
yeah,
he's a great mascot. So I'm just going to take BYU and see what happens. And then kind of a weird one. My last pick is Auburn Mizzou under 43.5.
Oh,
I accessed my supercomputer, and the supercomputer just could not find a way that game gets over 43.5. So
gotta trust the AI.
I crunched the numbers and then I crunched them again.
You asked ChatGPT and it said, no way.
I just don't know if I don't think Auburn's going to score a lot of points, but I think their defense is fine. And I think they're going to keep it under 43. We'll see.
Nice. Well, there you go. That's it.
And who knows? This could be either we're going to find out a lot. Like Hugh Freeze could get fired, or we're going to find out just how much Eli Drinkwitz has been on the phone with an athletic department in Pennsylvania.
How about that? I'm sure there's been a couple coaches that haven't had conversations.
Talking about Grove City, Division III college.
I don't think you are. I think you're lying.
Bump Dog, what's your overall record in this season?
Let's find out. Let's find out real quick.
He's like 26 and 24 or something. Like that.
We are, I think, I'm going to say 3 games above 500. You think I would have this ready, but I don't. We are 40, 36, and 1.
There you go.
Do you think
still not quite paying the bills, but you're close?
You know, honestly, it could be so much worse with just the amount of,
me.
The amount of just like pure hate plays or like pure just like uniform move plays I have. It's just we're lucky to be where we are. And lucky to have all the great listeners.
I was just going to say, we're lucky to have you, Grant. We're lucky to have everybody that tunes into the show. We're lucky to have Drake here every once in a while on a Wednesday night. Thank you guys, everyone listening, everyone watching, for joining the walk-ons. If you didn't catch the whole show, we'll be out on the audio platforms tomorrow. Again, check out the patreon.com/washedupwalk-ons and continue to come back every single week this season for all of this coverage, multiple shows.